Hi everybody, I hope you can see me well. So, this life, I want to talk about some important things, like what is the life before healing and what is the life after being healed, and what exactly is healing. Because when we are talking about healing, people think about some magic stuff going on, some incredible things going on. And by the way, I wanna check my live stream from my other account, so I can see your comments. Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna cook right now a salad from Magic Beets. Well, they're just beets. And magic is something you can find everywhere if you wish. Or you can find a dirty reality everywhere you go. It's just a point of view. And maybe healing is something that helps you change your point of view. Because your point of view is also something energetic. Anything that you think with your brain is not just a thought. If you follow scientists and latest researches, you would know that our brain is not creating thoughts. Our brain is a receiver, is an antenna that is catching thoughts. So, literally, your point of view will define what kind of thoughts are you catching. That might sound weird to you, but this is how it works. Your point of view can be on the first chakra, on the very, very first chakra. And Muladhara is about surviving, or it's about physical health. Physical health, first level of survivance, like having enough food, enough money, and a place where to stay, and feeling healthy. That's the first level. And if you're struggling with that, then your point of view is right there on the first level, on the first chakra. And while you're there, you won't be catching any thoughts coming higher. Or you will, but you won't believe them, because your point of view is a little bit below, is a little bit dragged down. So it is very difficult. It is very difficult to try and jump over your head, right? They say that. And when you see people that do think on other levels, on levels higher than yours, they feel fake. They feel fake. They don't feel real, because their reality is so far from my own reality. If I'm there below trying to survive, if you're talking to me like clouds and huge projects and spending money, big money, I would say, no, wait, people do that, there must be something wrong with them. There must be something dirty they're doing. So they're not normal. And many think that rich people are not normal. But I took this just as example because this is an easier example to talk about. Because, well, most of people are thinking about money. But why? Because they're on the first chakra level. That's why people think about money. Because if you'd be, for example, on the third chakra level, you'd be thinking, how can I do what I want to do? How can I realize my idea? How can I bring people to work with me on bringing to life an idea? You won't be thinking about money. And that's the reality, unfortunately. So it is important to understand this moment. It is important to get conscious on which level are you. Or there's many people on the second chakra level, and it's a sexual chakra, it's the womb chakra, and it's also a pleasure chakra. So every level has its minuses and its pluses, or like positive ways or negative ways. I mean, like if we diagnose it, yeah. So people that live in a point of view on the second level chakra, they are seeking pleasure, and it doesn't separate them from the first level chakra either, because money and pleasure, they go together. And if you're looking for relationships, if you're only concerned with that in your life, of getting a partner, of having a sexual relationship, of having pleasure, sex for pleasure, or trying to have a partner by let's say attracting them through sex. Oh, there's no shame in that. People do that. Men do that, women do that too. Because when you're on that chakra, you don't know that relationship can be built on love and not on sex relationship. So there's no one to blame here. It's just the reality. It's how it works. And, well, when you're seeking pleasure and relationships and receiving pleasure mostly from other people, like your partner or multiple partners, something is missing, and your point of view will be there. Love could sound like something unreal to you. Love can sound something too romantic, illusionist, like illusion, delusion, not a real thing. You wouldn't think it's possible to love somebody because you know that men just want sex with you, or you know that you are choosing men just to have sex with them. But you see, it's just this second chakra level of thinking, and this is it. These are the thoughts that you will be catching. Like your antenna is on that radio, on that channel, let's say. So what you can do is just realize that, right? Just get conscious about it and just accept it, that maybe I'm not really open to other levels of thoughts. And maybe there is a reality where I get way much more different thoughts and realizations and other level of consciousness that is probably on Manipura, or on the heart chakra, or on Vishuddha, and higher. But if you could get at least on your heart chakra, if you're a woman, that would be perfect. That would be all you need in this life. Because it doesn't mean that your third eye would never be active. Yes, you could work on that. But normally on this planet, our, like, let's say, basic channel should be the heart. And to a man, it will be very difficult to get there without a woman. A man could get high here easily on the Manipura level. And it's about building together, realizing projects, working with people, realizing their wish and their will. But the heart is easier for a woman. So it is our responsibility to get there. And well, this is the healing. The healing helps you get to the heart level, because it's not something you don't have, it's something you have. It's just you're not connected. You may be not connected to it. It could be blocked because the way the system raises us, because of that way, our mothers don't know how to raise us, don't know how to love us, how to show love, how to make us feel safe, how to raise us so we bloom like flowers and we are not afraid of the world. But it sounds like in utopia. And well, there are women that are raised like that, but if being honest, it's very few women that have been raised like that. And well, we as souls also are choosing our, let's say, challenges for each life. So it's not always up to our mama, but usually it is. So if our heart chakra is blocked, it's because our mothers raised us in stress and fear, because the system would never feel like home, you know. And the system is always raising wars, is always raising false beliefs, false, untrue, false, and distorted systems for us to grow up in and to live in. So there's usually lack of knowledge, or there is knowledge but it is distorted. So many of us are living in fear. Many of us don't feel safe, even when they're at home with their partners. Most of us don't know how to build connection. Most of us don't know how to really connect. This is the obvious truth, but it is truth. And it may be ugly, but it may be beautiful too. Because, you see, time has come that more women are waking up. And so do you. There's no other way for us, just to wake up and to be the cycle breakers for our families and for our communities. And you see, love doesn't mean to be open to everybody and to accept everybody in your heart. Love means to do the best for yourself, and in that way, you're doing the best for people around you. Even if they don't believe so, even if it's painful for them. Because, well, when somebody doesn't let you in, it's painful. And the way we're raised, it's almost normal that people don't respect each other's boundaries, because, well, our mothers didn't respect them, our fathers didn't respect them. We didn't separate, well, in the first place. Our parents doesn't want us to be separate from them, because they're also afraid to be alone. You see, there's loneliness in all these billions of people on Earth. Isn't it weird? We're not alone. We are all in this together, and there's our great mother. She's always here. She's here with me, she's here with you, with everybody. It's just when you're told that there is no great mother, when you're told that there is nothing, there is no energy, there is nothing going on that you cannot see, it's a lie. It's a huge lie. And when you start thinking, well, maybe there's somebody, maybe there's something that's loving me, even if I can't see it. And after that thought, you think, I'm gone crazy. But you're not. Your whole ancestry loves you. Your guides, your, let's say, angels, your helpers, everybody loves you. Everyone wants you to succeed. And yes, you cannot see that right now, but if you tune into that, you will start feeling it. It took me a while to reconnect with my great mother, with your great mother. At first I was calling her the universe, but in April I received this message from Goddess Kali, and she was sending a message on behalf of the Great Mother. There is a Great Mother, a divine feminine nobody talks about, and people that know, women that worship Great Mother and goddesses, they still talk like there's God and there's goddesses, but there's God and there's Great Mother, so there's a father and there's a mother, and they're all together, the masculine and the feminine, and we cannot be separate. We cannot be separate. It's not two opposites, it's two sides of a one thing. So yes, you cannot see them now, but you can see yourself in a mirror. So that's pretty much how to say the proof. That's pretty much the proof, because without them you wouldn't exist. And this is how crazy it is, and how difficult it is to believe in that. You don't have to believe in that. You just have to start thinking about that and try to connect with this information. This is all you need. Just to start reconnect with this information. So your point of view starts raising, going up. And you'll start catching different thoughts and different realizations. And you will start getting conscious about things and think differently and feel differently. And your feelings will be the proof that we are not alone.